Steve, Maths and Engineering. Tell me a little bit more about what you do. Obviously, traditionally, South Coast, marine sector, but tell us a little bit more.
Well, we've been established since 1988, started in different sort of fields, but primarily now we've become more of a marine industry based engineering. Particularly now we've purchased the CMZ, which has given us a higher capability of what we've actually wanted to produce and the accuracy that we get it in. We've got complex parts requiring multiple operations. So when we've had to do this traditionally, we'd have had to do on multi-operational jobs, on going from a lathe to a mill to maybe another op on the mill. So this has now created a better production rate.
Now, one thing with the CMZs, they're very well built, very good quality and heavy duty. Now, you've got some parts down there I can see.
Yeah, we've got the, we're doing a stub axle currently at the moment. It's a 24T. We used to, obviously, on our little lathe, we used to take half-mil cuts, which was obviously not very good for the tooling either. Since buying this one, we've now been able to take 3.5 mil cuts, and you can imagine the reduced machining time. It makes everything so much more cost effective. My customer's happy, I'm happy, and I get repeat work. Where I used to only get 2 of these, I now get 6 because of the way I can produce it much quicker. Being the cast iron bed and the hardened boxway, it's not linear, it's much stronger, and it's actually, just a solid machine that it could take the cuts.
Now, obviously, when you're dealing with bigger components like this, Steve, you get to a point where actually vibration can be, and that sort of eliminates it with the CMZ machine,
Yes,
isn't it?
Definitely. Direct drive tooling, 12,000 RPM. The whole thing is just built to make sure it works, and it just keeps working, and without a hitch, it's absolutely amazing.
Now, CMZ, very, very good on their service and spares. Have you found them?
Perfect. Actually, we had a technical inquiry, gave him a call, and the guy was in the air and he came in within hours. So, don't expect that every time, but the service has been, second to none. Absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant. Okay. One question I wanted to ask you, Steve. When you're actually sourcing machines, do you go to shows like MAC in the UK?
Yes, we did. We had a few machines in our heads. Thought we'd go to MAC because that's when they're centrally based. Obviously, always knew Ray before, never bought off him before because they weren't the machines that we wanted at the time. Went up to Mac, and this machine stood above the rest. It has got so much more to offer than the traditional other machines with the money that we could afford. The high-speed 12,000 driven tooling, I think it's only his machine that can actually do it. You can get multipliers and everything that makes it faster, but this is the only one that can actually do that 12,000 RPM with the direct drive.
So it's really given you the flexibility to take on, bigger work that's more cost effective for you.
Yes, much. Got a latch. Before we'd have had to do a lot of multiple operations on this. Now we can actually do this almost in one piece. We've got 4 flats on here. We have a hole, we have another different size hole, and we have 2 holes for the handle, 180 degrees apart. Now, before, we probably never been able to take that on, but the accuracy is absolutely brilliant, and the speed that I can produce these with only 2 operations is absolutely brilliant.
Well, Steve, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I presume that number 2 machine could be in the future, yeah?
Oh, that's definitely a next one, yeah. I can't fault it. I'll probably get a slightly smaller one next time because this one is the daddy of all of them. So, yeah, I'd definitely go for CMZ again.
Well, thanks very much for your time, Steve.
Thank you very much.